Why should you build your barn dominium out of red iron? Great question. Asked a lot of me. Let me give you guys a few minutes, okay? You guys want to know why red iron? Why metal building? Why not post frame? Why not pole barn? Why not stick frame, right? Why not block and trusses, right? David Schonecker, licensed professional engineer from Tampa, Florida. I'm going to speak to Florida stuff, right? So if you're not from Florida, you can leave or not, doesn't matter, right? But I will say this, anywhere in South United States, Southern United States, a lot of the same stuff applies to have to talk about, right? Let's start with block and trusses. Normal construction for Florida, right? Proven, insurable, lendable, appraises within reason, very low risk, right? Because everyone knows how to build a block home, allegedly, right? Does D.R. Horton and other builders build bad? Yeah. But are there a lot of good block contractors out there that do a good job? Yeah, sure. But most people that come to us for barndominiums are not going block and trusses for a lot of reasons. So, and that's going to be your top tier of your money, right? Average build cost, not luxury homes. We can get into more if we want, but you know. Let's talk about post frame or stick built. Let's talk about post frame real quick, right? Post frame is a emerging technique being used with the barndominium world and other residential structures for the dwelling and or accessory structures. I do not believe that post frame is a viable option for the state of Florida for a lot of reasons, mostly because of the complex engineering that goes into it actually for our higher wind conditions. In low wind environments, post frame can be a good construction technique. It can be competitive. It's proven that you can put a house in it. It's proven that you can definitely use it for a garage, and they use it in combination with trusses for a large ag buildings and or farms. So great opportunities there for post frame, right? Does that mean it'll be used in Florida and get a mortgage and insurance and engineering? A lot of negatives, to be honest with you. There's not a lot of engineers in Florida, matter of fact, none that I know of, that are familiar with post frame and that are willing to design a single family dwelling using post frame and put their name on it and put all the site specific details on it that Florida Building Code requires us to do, right? So kind of complicated. Stick frame. A stick frame is a proven technique done all over the world, not just in Florida or the United States. It is, generally speaking, the cheapest form of construction. Can a barndominium be stick built? Absolutely. Can you buy a package from a company and get a stick built package from a supply house? Very common around the United States, not so much in Florida. We don't build a lot of stick built homes in Florida, especially for first floor. We do stick built apartments and other things, but in general, Florida, high wind conditions negates the cost savings of stick built because we end up adding all the Simpson hardware metal things and rods and bracing, and so much so that it negates the savings basically. In other areas of the world or United States with low wind conditions, stick built tends to be competitive, of course, right? But what are the negatives there? Well, for Florida, termites, right? Termites are real. They're not going away. They love moisture, then they love to go find their home in dry environments like a house, and they eat your home from the inside out. Wood quality is by and large not the same quality it was 10 years ago, nor 20 years ago, nor 40 years ago. So a stick built home today with modern techniques is still not a great structure, to be honest with you. And therefore its long-term value is diminished, its maintenance issues go up, etc. So where does that leave us in Florida? Well, it leaves us with the opportunity, and this is what David and my group at Avanti Group and my engineers and my network of contractors have hyper focused on, is the adaptation of a proven construction technique, which is pre-engineered metal buildings, and then building a box inside of that, right? So we're getting a red iron metal building with real engineering, not prescriptive engineering like post frame or stick built does out of a book, basically. We're getting actual computer aided designed buildings signed and sealed by not only a licensed engineer of record like myself that designs the foundations and the other components of the building, but there's a delegated engineer that signs and seals the documents for the metal building company. And in general, most of those engineers are competent and do a great job, and we get, when erected correctly, a great modern design steel structure, right? What else do we get? We get some low maintenance environment. We get these high, tall volume ceilings. We get second floors. We get all this free space, so to speak, by using those metal buildings because we don't have trusses in the way. What are the negatives? Well, they're not as cheap as post frame or stick built or a tube building or even a cold form building, but red iron buildings built small probably aren't going to save you any money. When they're built at a decent size, like you see in my previous videos, a decent size red iron building, home and or shop, you start to see the savings relative to block go very much in your direction, right? So let me summarize and get to the point. Is it better to build it with red iron, stick frame, post frame, tube buildings, cold form? It's not a simple answer. It takes a lot of information in, a lot of dialogue back with our clients, and we come up with what we think is the best solution for that client. Now, me, in my world, I'm so busy doing red iron barndominiums that I exclusively design red iron barndominiums because in Florida, Central Florida, not near the coastline, we know it's a sustainable, lendable, insurable, proven concept. We're having no problem building them all the way from Jacksonville down to Miami. We've done metal building designs all over the state. I personally have designed well over 3,000 metal buildings in my career, which is an insane number, but it's true. Metal building homes, I've designed over 150 in the last 6 years, and we have 30 under construction right now just in Central Florida. So it's proven, it's insurable, it's lendable. Is it always the cheapest option? No, that is not always the case. This is still a single family dwelling. It still has all the same interior finishes in it. We do tend to build them larger and taller, so we end up with a little bit larger interior space than normal. So sometimes our wood costs, our drywall, our paint creeps up on us, things like that. But we are still at Avanti Group educating building officials, banks, lending institutions, clients, contractors, subcontractors alike on the use of metal building. Do you see that bug that's there? That is insane. That is happening right now during my video. But oh my goodness. Yes, I'll wrap this up. I was go. It's my life. Just trying to go home and film a video to educate the world on red iron barndominiums. So yeah, I'll cut that somewhere behind there and you guys get a good laugh out of it. And I'm tired. I'm gonna go home and get back at it tomorrow. Metal building homes, red iron, they're the best, I promise. God bless.